Hello and welcome to a match for StarLadder Season 4 mouz taking it up against eL'Pride. And this is not just a match, this is an important match, not as important for eL'Pride as it is for mouz though, because for mouz they still have 4 matches to go in StarLadder in total. And if they win all 4, then yes, they can still go to the offline finals in Kiev. If they win 3 out of 4, they might still be able to go to Kiev, but they'll also mostly rely on the other teams that still have to play their matches and not so much relying on themselves. Here's the scores as it stands right now, as we have got Navi on top. They are already guaranteed to go through. Virtus.pro has got 2 matches to play today. If they win one of those, the chance is very high that they will be going through. If they win both, they'll be guaranteed to go through. Empire and Fnatic still have 1 more match to play, but both of those games will be played tomorrow. Fnatic against Pulse, Empire against eL'Pride. Those are the 2 games that those 2 still have to be playing. No Tidehunter, in theory, can still get to go to a tie if they win their last 2 matches. However, they will also rely on Empire and Fnatic not winning their matches. And Virtus.pro perhaps also not winning their matches. mouz, as said, they have got a chance to if they win all 4 matches. And then we're going to see 2 of those today. One of them is going to be up against eL'Pride, this game right now. The other game is going to be today also 3D Max that they're going to have to face, and the rest of the games will be later this week, which is probably tomorrow, maybe some on Wednesday, because tomorrow is the official last day that this game should be going on. That this game, or that StarLadder is still going on. Sorry, slightly distracted, because I'm hoping that you can all watch me and see me now, because it should be back up, as my internet just decided, or I don't know, my XSplit decided to be weird. Awkward, anyway. I should be back up anyway, let's just say refresh should work. There we go. Anyway, as you can see, I've already drawn nice lines to the teams that are no longer have a chance to go to the Kiev. Also, what I'm not showing here is the bottom 6 of the list, which is of course the teams that are still having a risk to be sent home, as in to be dropped down to the Pro Series perhaps. So for the games that are happening today, right now at this very moment, Virtus.pro is fighting against Illuminate on a Neo Dota stream. And the sound is kind of bad in game. I will try to fix that. But there's Virtus.pro up against Neo Dota. So up against Neo Dota. What am I saying? Virtus.pro up against Illuminate. That's the one there. That is there. As I hoping that now should be all fine inside the game also.
5 seconds remaining.
So yeah. That is gonna be the games today, and like I said, in theory, mouz might lose this game, but hey, that also depends slightly on the results that they have. If it is a three-way tie, 3-way ties in StarLadder are not possible, because it will see the games that you have played against who you have played. So if it's like a 3-way tie between Fnatic, Empire and mouz, then it will depend, has mouz won or lost against those teams? Has Empire won or lost against those teams? Fnatic the same, and that will also be taken into account rather than having playoff matches. But yeah, we're gonna see what these 2 teams are gonna use to win this match, because it's points that it's all about. We have got an Undying banned out, as well as the Sven and the Keeper of the Light. We've got the Bounty Hunter, Pet Rider, and Jakiro, and Enigma banned out. Now also the Rubik. The first pickup was Lion's Pride. They managed to pick up the Magnus, the team that we have seen mouz play a couple of times, but they actually have lost 2 out of 3 times that I've seen them play their Magnus, so they don't want to have it this time. They're just giving it away. They also gave a Loon and a Brewmaster away, kind of Lion's Pride already revealing their lanes, with a Magnus probably in the mid lane, or Brewmaster mid even. That could be a good one, with the off lane for the Magnus and Luna on the safe lane. Brewmaster mid is very decent against the Templar Assassin, because you can just drunken haze your opponent, drunken haze the Templar Assassin, and she won't be able to miss to hit anything, because she'll miss everything. Anyway, Templar Assassin was the pickup for mouz, so that's going to be their mid lane. Darkseer also picked up, that's going to be their off lane, and the safe lane will go to Lone Druid, will be played by Black most likely. So I like that both of the teams, they've basically already given away what they want to do. So we are only gonna see supports and jungle heroes banned out, as we have indeed got 3 supports and a jungle hero banned out by eL'Pride. Same thing goes for mouse sports. I mean, they banned out the Rubik and the Keeper of Light as supports. The Channel as the jungle hero, and Nigma already banned out, and Jakiro and Nyx Assassin banned out for supports as mouse sports, because of course Nyx Assassin is a hero that we have seen played as a support for mouse sports, and apparently changed mic output and not master volume. Okay, I can do that. Mic output.
5 seconds.
Venomancer.
Doesn't say anywhere.
Mouse sports.
Vengeful spirit.
Radiant team pick.
It doesn't say anywhere where I can change that. What's that about? I'm sorry. I don't think I had any difficulties yesterday. But I will just, I will try to fix it in the next game. Sorry for people watching inside to get Dota TV. I don't know how to fix it right now, as I just see that,
10 seconds remaining.
yeah. Change mic output and not master
5
volume.
seconds remaining.
That was the mic output that I changed. Anyway, Venomancer, support for eL'Pride, and they still pick up a jungle hero in the form of a Nature's Prophet. And we're having a Lina and a Vengeful Spirit as a stun combination. Oh, that's going to be interesting for mouse players, because both Lina and Vengeful Spirit stun to start things off with, Magic Missile, and the Lightning Strike Array to follow up on. And then that Dragon Slave over the top might be a cause for a first blood, especially if it's going to be a roaming team trying to roam middle, trying to roam anywhere basically. I like to see that, because in theory all 3 heroes that we saw picked up first by mouse sports can take care of themselves. So we're going to see how they're going to be laning that, how they're going to be running that, and if they're actually going to roam around. Let's hope for us that they are. So we're going to wait until everybody picked up their hero. So I just saw from the chat that Mouseport have indeed lost both matches against Fnatic and Empire, which means that they have to win 4 matches from all the 4 matches they still have left to play. As soon as they lose this one, it's over. There's no more hope against getting high up on there, unless Virtus Pro loses all of their matches today. But I'm not sure if that's gonna happen, because they are against Illuminate, which is right now at the nice one, Android. At the bottom spot. At the bottom spot of StarLadder right now. If they actually lose their match against Virtus Pro, they'll be dropped down to the Pro Series. But hey, let's focus on this match instead. See how Mousesport's doing. See how eL'Pride can fight against them, and if they can get some points for themselves too. Even though they themselves don't have any chance anymore to go to a Kiev LAN finals. But we're seeing eL'Pride. It's going to be Massacre playing the Magnus. It's going to be Inmate playing the Brewmaster, who is I think the 6th member of eL'Pride. Normally we see him as a co-caster for Casper or Villat. But right now he is playing, and he is playing the Brewmaster. It will be the Venomancer that's going to be played by Hakon. I've been told that I should pronounce his name like that, so that is that one. We're going to have Stalk playing the Luna. He still loves Vika, even though the square, I mean, it should be a love square, that is. But well, what's it? It's a heart. It's a heart, not a love square. What am I saying? It's a heart. Really? So I saw Android teleporting here, and I was like confused. For a second there I thought it was just a dire hero, but he actually TP'd here, placed a ward, and then went back again to farm the small camp. So it will be Android on a Nature's Prophet. That was interesting. Nice play by eL'Pride. Surprising play by eL'Pride. Curious to see what they're gonna do with that. I'm not quite sure. -1, okay. -1 ward? I don't know. But Massacre will be on the top lane. He'll indeed be facing Black, who is going to be playing the Lone Druid this game. No real surprise there. We're going to have Vengeful Spirit up on the high ground, put there by a Skewer, I would believe. That is sad part. Was it a Skewer? Could only have been a Skewer, to be fair. But yeah, she'll be sad because she cannot go away. Alex will have to bring a TP to her, even though Kuroki is, well, he also doesn't have a TP. But this will be Alex, really sad. Kuroki will be playing the Lina in this game. We'll have, of course, Fada on the Templar Assassin whose computer is fixed again, so we can see him in action again. Pass will be playing, of course, the offlane. It's going to be the Darkseer. Nature's Prophet! Ah, that's why he plays the ward! That's the courier gone. Well, he can do that again. Next time it's it's back. If it's not upgraded, then he will die. Extra gold. I like this. I like this a lot. Like this ward. Okay, it costs 75 gold, right? Because it's like 150 ward for 2 wards, and then 1 ward, 75 gold. If you kill the courier, you get so much in return. It's like taking down a small tower. More gold for your entire team, plus the last hit, 175 extra gold for Android. You might not get experience for it, but hey. Who's complaining, right? Fada apparently getting forced to throw out a refraction, but he refused to, only now does it. Inmate out of mana already, he still wants to go for a bottle probably. If he wants to keep this up, if he wants to keep the drunken haze up. Inmate himself has got 3 last hits with 8 for Templar Assassin, 8 for Fada. Not doing bad, and we still have Alex sitting there, and he is a bit sad because the courier is dead and he doesn't have a TP scroll. So yeah, that indeed happened. I can't believe like the sheer like the genius of it. Just 1 word there, clear out that courier, and you knew that it was gonna come anyway. The only thing they were lucky about is that the courier wasn't flying, because it had to be flying regardless to get to Alex. But yeah, it didn't fly. Well, that was interesting. Anyway, we're gonna see Luna, of course. She's safe farming on the bottom lane. She is doing a good job. She's actually highest up on the last hit charts, even a bit higher than a Lone Druid. Lone Druid, who's also a bit free farming, though. We can say that definitely. With Black just getting some last hits. He's only like a small, like 2 last hits, 3 last hits behind up on the Luna, and he's having a fun time. Massacre won't be able to stop him from farming that much. He'll be able to harass Lally perhaps, maybe with a shockwave or 2, but yeah. And one thing that I still want to point out, I mean, I said it at the start of the game that there's a possibility that Mousesports wants to go for a ganking lineup with Vengeful Spirit and Lina roaming around to kill stuff. Well, that's not going to be happening because Alex is still sitting here. The courier is going to be back up shortly, though. Android has got his TP ready. Is he counting? Is the question. Is he counting? We'll find out shortly. In the meantime, we won't have any kills anytime soon because, of course, Pass is not going to let himself get caught out. He's his Darkseer, he's got a Surge, he's happy. Lone Druid is going to be happy, Magnus has his cooler, everybody's going to be happy. There's the courier, upgraded straight away. And yeah, that's going to be it. And they saw it was upgraded, so we won't see Nature's Prophet TP, even though... Oh, even though... Hello, Android. Hey, Kuya, how are you? Mighty fine, thank you. You can't get it, though. Flying courier is like... It's too much. And now finally, look at that. Alex has got himself a TP scroll. Now where he's gonna go? Top lane. He needs to kill off Massacre. Ha! Oh god, that was, I mean, that's just 4 minutes wasted. I mean, it's already hard to get experience as support, and you get bits here and there from the courier, not from courier, of course, from the jungle creeps, and we see Alina level 3, so also not that much, but it's still level 1. Not getting anything, and now if they want to roam now, I mean, they had this very strong ganking potential with the magic missile, with the lightning strike array and the dragon slave. And they still can do the combination. It's gonna be not as much mana, and more importantly, the heroes that they're gonna be trying to gank are very high, or a lot higher level than they would be otherwise, and they would therefore be a lot more tanky. 5 armor up on the Magnus is not really ideal. They're still gonna go for this though. Going forward, Massacre just going away. First blood in the meantime happens with the gank on the bottom lane. I saw it happening, but I didn't think that a Darkseer would allow himself to get caught out, but he got hit by Gale. Lucent Beam was there, and that's gonna be Puss dying. The hero that in theory should not be dying because he is a Darkseer. He can surge himself away from those positions. So the Gale, well, kind of messing that up. Massacre still hanging around. Tower is getting pressured. Might be going down shortly as a fortification goes out. Creep wave coming in as well. Now Massacre comes in again, gets an entangle though. This might be the start up. There's a first stun, follow-up stun, and the Dragon Slave would be finishing it off, and that is indeed Kuroki picking up the kill. And that's the kill that I was expecting rather than the one that happened on Pass on the bottom lane. Pass-Through decided to go for we have a disconnect. Pass-Through decided to go for the creeps in the jungle rather than staying on the bottom lane. He is level 4, however, didn't do that bad on the bottom lane. Of course, he's not able to stop Luna from farming. That's of course one thing. But yeah, he wasn't doing that bad, to be fair. Venomancer in the meantime, we can compare him, of course, to the other supports of the lineup for mouse sports. Even though the bigger difference is that there is a jungle hero up on eL'Pride, which is the Nature's Prophet, who's level 3. There's not that high level, but he's been spending his time snatching couriers. Of course, we have the Venomancer, who is level 4. And if we take a look at the supports, well, let's take a look at the supports, shall we? Wow, she is already level 2. That's because of that kill, of course. With level 4 still up on Alina, there's not that big of a difference anymore. Even despite the fact that that Vengeful Spirit was stuck there for a long time. Fada is going to be throwing some harassment on Inmate. Inmate's actually the one that gets away. That runs away first. He has got the haste rune, and of course his ulti is up as well. But he doesn't want to use it, and he just wants to go back to farming, as also Fada will continue back to farming, even though he's taking the long way around for some reason. In the meantime, Hakon just continuing to pull the creeps and getting experience in the jungle and denying creep waves as well, which is of course not that important anymore since there's nobody up against for Luna anymore. But it is okay. Stalk will just have to do with it and right-click some creeps under his tower rather than trying to use the creeps as the tank. He has to use the tank as a zoner. We have got the gank going off. Trap goes off. Inmate has got his ultimate, as said. But there's a stun, Dragon's Life, and the split is there still. Now, is he going to turn around, or is he going to try to get a kill for this one? Fada having to run away. Is there going to be a stun? Should be a stun soon. He actually already used it and is now going to be back away. And again, no kill, but also no death on the side of mouse sports. And on eL'Pride is actually no longer any danger. But that is a ganking lineup that I thought that Mousesports was going to do from the start. But hey, Alex, yeah, just a sad vengeance there for a very long time. Sorry, I'm going to keep at that because it was kind of funny. Anyway, lane apparently still gets pushed out. Stalk is maybe trying to push something on the tower. He actually used his armlet there for a second to get some, or armlet I should say, Ring of Aquila for some extra armor. Only just turned it off, maybe accidentally pushed. We have got a gank apparently going off here. Kuroki and Alex standing around there. Massacre, he's gonna see them though. Nighttime, is Vengeful Spirit gonna be fast enough? No, not gonna be fast enough. And now from the side, here comes Inmate. He doesn't have an ultimate anymore, but does have a haste rune. Gets stunned up the moment he gets there. Shockwave going through, still hits on Alex. There's gonna be a clap as well. The stun from Lina doesn't hit anymore. Alex still getting slowed by the clap. Right clicks to go, and that is gonna be the kill. Magnus still taking down his Vengeful Spirit. Kuroki now getting a haste. Another stun missed by Kuroki. Clap goes down. Trap still goes down, but Inmate, he just wants to hit on Kuroki. TP in from Android now as well, or walk in rather. Doing some last hit on Kuroki here, and now Inmate backing up, getting mana boots again as Massacre is hanging around here as well. Alex TPing back, knowing that he should be around here. Should something extra happen. We also have Hakon around here. Inmate, he cannot split. He has to be really careful or Gil goes through, but he will still die. With Fada picking up the kill. Now Shockwave away. There's still Lightning Strike away up on Hakon, and he'll go down too. Fada double kill. Now Android locks himself inside a Sprout, and he will be able to TP out of there. No more stun to follow up on that one as the Luna comes in, and the Lucent Beam kills up Fada. Puss, he is there too, but he came a bit too late, and they'll just continue their battle that they had on the bottom lane earlier this game. They'll continue it in the mid lane with some harassment on the Luna from the Iron Shell, but hey, it's not that much. It's not that much at all. But 3 for 3 right now on the kill score as, Brewmaster died as well as the Venomancer. Both of those, I mean, it was a bit of an awkward engagement for eL'Pride to still go that far in while not having the split from the Brewmaster. But who are we to judge? Mere spectators, as we have Black. He took a Gale. Shockwave going through. There will be no longer be a skewer, but that's no longer of the issue because he still goes down. Inmate actually picking up the kill for that one. Black, first time that he went down, as we have also Stalk being slowed down. He's gonna be finding safety with his tower, although the spill damage still hits. But hey, he has a self. He's got tranquil boots. He's just fine. He's not going to be able to die anymore. He's actually going to go back towards the bottom lane where Alex thought, well, you know what, I missed some experience at the start of the game, so I am just going to farm here some to just get my gold still up, get my experience still up, as we have inmate being scouted out by Kuroki, and actually from the low ground having those spirits up on hitting on him, so he now knows that there is a ward up on the high ground there, so might be looking at counter warding there, as we have got the Vengeful Spirit that was just so happy with finally finding farm. But then there came Stalk and he had Eclipse and he used it, and then there was a dead Vengeful Spirit for the second time this game. We have face boots up on the Temper Assassin, but hey, Fada gets spotted out. He cannot go anywhere. I will stop saying hey, I'm sorry. It's just one of those words that you sometimes use a lot, so that just happens sometimes. I'm sorry. Stalk is going to be able to push something on the tower here. He actually activated his Ring of Aquila for a second there. As we have Puss making a mechanism. You only need 700 gold to get that. As we have Inmate continue to farm on the mid lane. Let's take a quick look at the gold graph actually. It is in favor of Mousesports by 500 gold, which is of course mostly due to the tower that they got down, and also because of the farm that Black has got. And the Templar Assassin actually not doing bad either. I mean, the only lane that was apparently semi-lost was the bottom lane, and oh, Laguna Blade Inmate can split though, his force is split, there goes the kills, 2 hits on Fada, he has a haste rune, so he will be fine. And that's also something that Inmate knows, so he is not going to be trying to chase that around, even though he might try to throw some harassment, but that's not going to be doing anything anymore. But again, split at the last second, ultis baited out, both from Kuroki as from Inmate of course, and it will be Inmate that still cannot use his ultimate to try and take a team fight, unfortunately for him. But yeah, the only lane that was lost for Mousesports is basically the Darkseid, and he actually went in the jungle and didn't do bad at all. If we look at net worth, we see him actually third highest up for his entire team still, with only the Luna higher up on those 3 from eL'Pride. Mid lane, of course, Inmate not being able to get as much farm, even though he didn't do that bad. But yeah, not getting the same amount of farm as Fada, that's for sure, and we see Fada still very high up on there, even though he died once. As we have got top lane again, Gil hits on Black, and he's going to be getting support, or is he? TP out, trying to go out, he should be able to, and there he goes, and now from the side, it comes Fada, it comes Alex, they are smoked up, and they will be able to pick someone up, if they get it. There goes Massacre, one hit needed, Scooter is on cooldown, cannot get away, now he lands a clap, but he doesn't have a split anymore, he has to just try to run from this. Luna landing a stun on both of those. Here comes the Eclipse, or is it? No, cooldown still. It is Kuroki that still drops from the Luna, though. Losing Beam going through. The second ward is there as well, and the clap will kill her off. Fada not knowing that a sentry ward was there, but that was just anticipation of that one. Exclamation mark comes out, but yeah, now it's Alex, last one on the run, but there's a Luna chasing her. She's of course the fastest hero in the game and has drums, but decides not to chase it all the same, just because the tower is just way too close in range there. The TP support would be insane. No chance to dive that, as we have middle tower getting harassed here. Inmate throwing us some harassment. Android, who we haven't seen of much this game, apart from of course him picking off the courier, or trying to pick up the courier afterwards also. Well, fly. Oh, that's bad. Iron Shell here. Android might be dying actually. Should be dying. Will be dying.
The forest.
Okay, I need to take a sip of water. Okay, I just swallowed a fly. That is so bad. Anyway, let's put that behind us. Crap. Hey, it's a lot of proteins in bugs, so there we go. Proteins are good. Yeah, we just saw Nature's Prophet getting picked up. That was basically the first action that he was in for a long time, and that was his death, which wasn't really ideal. He's been picking up a Hand of Midas, so he's going just for massive farm build, and he's been farming nicely. He's been doing okay-ish. He's even second highest on the list for his team, though having said that, there are still 3 people higher from Mouz on that list, which is not that ideal. I mean, he should be the person that's making the biggest difference on the gold graph, which is so far not really working out all that well, because it's mostly the 2 kills that make a difference right now. So we are going to have Inmate with his ultimate again. Let's see if Mousesports can bait it out again, or at least can force it out again rather. We do have Kuroki standing around here with his Laguna Blade ready. I think they'll be all too happy if they can force out a Brewmaster split without really losing any lives for that. And also on top of that one, without having to worry about a potential team fight around the corner with that Brewmaster split. Trap goes up, there goes the clap, melt damage going through, there goes the Lena Sun as well, Laguna Blade, they might actually be able to kill him off before he gets split, and they do! Fada picking up the kill for that one, and she's almost ready, or he, sorry, is almost ready for the Blink Dagger. As we have more people coming in the mid lane in the form of Alex to try and take down the tier 1 tower there. The tier 1 tower's bottom is going to be picked off for themselves, so it is eL'Pride that was able to do that. In the meantime, Black still happily farming. If he's not getting harassed or ganked, he is a happy bear master. And we'll just continue to pressure the lane slightly, but now also Android will be able to help with some pushing, and probably will be sitting on this lane a bit more than he normally would, until that lone druid is really doing other stuff. We have got some TPs into our mid lane. We have got a reverse polarity of Magnus. We haven't really seen that much of it just yet. It is of course the one hero that we know and fear and love and hate and stuff, like because of his ultimates, because he can turn every fight around basically with one reverse polarity. But we haven't really seen that. We haven't really seen mouz looking for a team fight, which is of course isn't very right, because they don't really have that team fight potential. Their game is to hold back and try to get what they can with this ganking combination before Black is big enough to take on everybody by himself. And Black himself, he's got 3,500 gold. He is definitely not a sad panda, or bear rather. Panda bear. Oh well. He's doing okay. He's doing okay indeed, but we'll see if they can try to stop this, because this is definitely eL'Pride looking for a team fight. Massacre ready for action. He has got a Blink Dagger, as well as Fada though. He picked up his Blink Dagger, so he is going to be able to be initiating as well. But it's going to be 4 versus 3 from the looks of it. We do have Android hanging around there. He doesn't have a TP, however, going for a mechanism now. And Luna, she's just farming in the jungle, going for a BKB. She's going to, of course, try to continue to farm as long as possible to be up against that Brewmaster, or that lone druid later on. Dragon Slave going through, trap going off, but they'll still go for the tower, and they will be able to pick it off, even though the fortification still goes off. Let's see if mouz can find a deny, but no. Not even gonna try, it's too risky. Not with that reverse polarity there, and they know it's there. As Nature's Prophet got the last hit for the tower, and the BKB with that tower is complete upon the Luna, so she'll have that one. As Android continues on the bottom lane, making sure that Black cannot continue to push there. The smoke is up. Let's see where they want to go. Do they want to fight mid? Do they want to gank the lone druid? And here they come. They find Kuroki. There's going to be a reverse polarity on 2. Gil going through. That's 2 supports. Here, 1 hit. And it goes down. Brewmaster getting both the kills for that one. And there was nothing that Pastor Fada could do to stop that from happening. I mean, it might not be the heroes that you want to kill off, but hey, 2 kills at the same time. That's a successful smoke. That's a successful smoke indeed. So we'll see what mouz can do. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Ward. They prepared for that fight massively. Their communication is there, their preparation is there, they know what they want to do, and mouz Sports, well, we know what they want to do. They want to hold on until Black is big. But are they able to do that if eL'Pride is going to force them into those kind of fights? Oh, they might though. I mean, the gold graph right now is spiking up, but that is also because of those fights and because of those towers going down. I think when Black is ready to start joining the fights, when he has got enough farm, when he has got his Radiance, for example, and they'll start looking for those fights and looking for those pickups, and more importantly, looking for those towers, that gold graph will go the other way very quickly. Experience graph also because of those kills in favor of eL'Pride, but we're 18 minutes into the game, and a 3k difference on both graphs is basically nothing. So we cannot really look at it that heavily. We do, by the way, have 2 lineups from either team, from both teams, that have an okay lineup to take down Roshan for, right now. So I'm kind of curious to see when they're actually going to do that. We have, of course, got the Nature's Prophet, who can have his Treants tanky. They're actually level 4, so they'll do just fine. We have got the Templar Assassin, who can tank the Roshan with Refraction up. We don't have a Medallion of Courage yet in either team, I do believe. But that's not all that needed. They might try to do it without it. But yeah, Roshan could be taken down by either team if they choose so. If they choose to. Maybe upon Luna, by the way, also they can be ready to start fighting, especially since the Brewmaster ult is off cooldown. If they force out a fight, maybe, well, even without the Magnus ultimate, the Scooter will still be doing a lot of damage there. And of course, Brewmaster ultimate and Eclipse, definitely not something that you should ignore. If they start to go for a 5-man push, with Nature's Prophet there also, perhaps even Nature's Prophet not even there, knowing that Mouse Sports will not be there with 5 heroes anyway, I think they will have a lot of success, or at least they're able to take down 1 or 2 tier 2 towers. Might not be the tier 2 tower that is on the side where Black is, or which is even still have his tier 1 tower. Because if you try to fight here right now, you'll be forcing out a fight that's going to be 5 heroes from your opponent team, because Black will still be around there and he'll be able to help the fight. And he actually has his relic now, so Radiance are right around the corner. With that, we might see them looking for some fights, but we'll find that out soon enough. As we have a fight. It's fairly even in net worth between the Luna and Lone Druid. So Stalk having an okay farm, he's got his BKB with that. The only difference is though that Stalk, I mean, I kind of want to favor Stalk as pushing hero because he gives that aura to the rest of his team, though Lone Druid definitely not a bad pushing hero either. I am not sure. If you look at late game, it will be Lone Druid that is the harder carry. Of course, purely for the fact that he's got 12 inventory slots rather than Luna 6. But if Luna gets big, and I mean really big, that is gonna be very dangerous for Mouse Sports, because you might be able to hit the bear or hit the master itself and not kill them off, but the bouncing blades will definitely kill off the supports, and those are very important as well. The only upside again is for Mouse Sports is that their team fight is basically this guy. It's basically the Darkseer Wolf replica, and if he can get a copy of that Luna, that will be just as annoying as the Luna can be for Mouse Sports themselves. So that will be a good copy if he can get it off. And get a good vacuum with that also. And of course it all depends on that Magnus, on the reverse polarity, on the Brewmaster split. What did people say just now? Internet? Sad faces versus sad faces. Oh well. But oh, there he is again. Thank you. Otherwise, it would be forced to talk more crap. Oh, for the people that missed it, this game has to be won by Mouse Sports if they still want to have a chance to, or if they still want to go to the offline finals. If they win this, and also win the game that they have after this game, it's going to be up against 3D Max. They still have to play 2 other games tomorrow. I believe one is against Fen Hunters. I'm not sure about the other one at this very moment, but check out my website for the daily schedule if you want to find that out. Or dota2.starladder.tv, of course. But Mouse Sports have to win this match if they want to have that chance still. For eL'Pride, it is mostly a case of getting points to make sure that they at least not gonna have to play regulation matches, though they're of course still in a very good position to not have to do that. I actually don't think they have to do that regardless, even if they lose this match. As we have got Mouse Sports looking for a mid lane tier 1 tower. TP gonna come in though, no fortification there. Gale hits on Fada, losing beam as well. Fada, center ward already placed, cannot hide. You will die, and it's Fada that drops tower, actually gets the last hit, and that tower still gets denied by Luna, so that's still gonna be eL'Pride taking a small victory on this mid lane. I say small, but they actually used 4 heroes to come counter that one, as they now go towards the Radiant, towards the Dire jungle. Kuroki and Black farming there. There will be Luna leading the charge. Can she get a loosened beam off? Oh, blink in for Massacre. It's gonna be Kuroki that they're gonna go for. Can they still get that one, or will they not even try? They will not even try. So quick pick up for the for Kuroki on his Luna, and that's gonna be it. And Dire's courier gets picked off again. That was still hanging around here. We saw it a moment ago. I cannot believe it was still hanging around. Awkward.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I'm sorry, I was quiet for a second. I thought this is only the second courier that got picked up, because the first one was of course in the base. And I didn't think they would get the first one either. They would get the one before that, because the game wasn't going on yet for 3 minutes. Anyway, we have of course got Mouse. well, they wanted to defend their tier 1 tower, weren't able to do so. Brewmaster now got his blink dagger, he got it at the side shop, so he already has it, and they still have all their ultimates. Losing Beep on Black, there goes the clap, there goes also the swap, trying to save his life. Luna, BKB up, reverse polarity on the side, but it didn't hit anything. And there's the Dark Sea roll. Nice replicas being made. One of the Magnus, one of the Nature Prophet as well. Black still on the race. There goes the Skewer. Shockwave on cooldown. And the Entangle hits. And the Magnus dies. And now Stalk trying to get away from this one. Well, that's not losing beam. That's a magic missile. Picks him up now. Android getting slowed down all the way back. The only one that died so far for Mouse Sports was Kuroki. Hakon should be able to get away, but he is the only one that stays alive. I love this. So we found it with the Radiance on the bear. They were definitely able to take that fight, and they won it too. Fair and square, and very convincing as well. As we're gonna see Andrew just continuing to push on this bottom lane. He has managed to get a mechanism. He's got 2200 gold. I'm kind of curious to see what he's gonna get after this, and he's actually gonna be a very sad lone druid soon, as he's gonna get stunned up and he is gonna be dying here most likely. Mechanism is still used, but hey, he's dead still. Lone Druid's getting the last hit for that one. Not even using his bear, because his bear was still on the base. Just the right clicks were enough. And now the kills are even once more. With the gold graph still slightly in favor of eL'Pride, but that is mostly due to the towers, because as you can see, there is still a tower in favor of eL'Pride. And then now Roshan being taken down by Mousesports, and even though there's of course eL'Pride that can definitely do something against this, I'm not sure if they realize this is going on, because they don't have any ward around the Roshan pit. It's only Mousesports that has that, and on top of that Roshan died like very fast, so that is not going to be a chance anymore for eL'Pride to get that Roshan. The only thing they can hope is that they can get it next time, as we have got the Hyperstone up on the bear, so might be going for an Assault Cuirass next. The Age is also up on the Lone Druid, so Black, if he dies, his bear will still be up, and of course that's the one that has the item, so that's the important one to stay alive. We've got Luna, she's got herself a Yasha, so we'll go for a Manta style most likely, as we have got Mousesports now on the bottom lane. They've decided to try and take some towers, and they've also decided to not go 4-man anymore, but to go 5-man, and Black will help them out. In the meantime, their tier 2 tower top is getting some pressure by the looks of it. Magnus hanging around there, as well as an illusion of the Venomancer, because the Venomancer herself is on the bottom lane. They're going to try to stop this from happening, but if they will want to try and stop that, Magnus will need to TP in. And the question is he going to do that? I don't think he is. Nature's Prophet could of course still TP in also, but the tower is already dead. Lone Druid getting the extra gold. Now Inmate blinks in, collapse, split, but there is also already one Panda down. There is a Dark Sea roll. Magnus, is he here? Now he is still on the way. He is not there yet, as we have Hakon being picked up. Luna trying to get herself away, still alive for now though. There is Fala hiding himself in the jungle. Where is the Magnus? Here is the Magnus, finally. Can he get something going? There's the reverse polarity. It's on 2 on the bear. Shockwave going through, but there's not enough damage anymore to go through. Vacuum going in there. Stalk is going to drop again. Magic Missile will be the one to take him down. Plus, he's going to drop too. The creep after he takes down the Magnus still on Lone Druid, Fala, and Alex. Those will be the only 3 survivors, and 5 heroes dying on the side of eL'Pride this time. And again, the coordination just was not there. Magnus joining the fight way too late, was still top, didn't even manage to get the tower top, and it was just not a very happy time, as apparently
tower is under attack.
My stream reset. I'm sorry for that, but I'm gonna blame it on Twitch again, because there have been some issues with that, as my internet has not seen any issues. No frames drop. Lucky me. 3,500 gold up on this Templar Assassin, who is going for BKB. As we can see, she just purchased the overclopping him into her hammer already. Just needs to rescue for that one. As the eL'Pride, they have to, they have to get it together, because their team fight is just not there. They have the potential. They have massive potential. I mean, reverse polarity, Brewmaster, collapse, and split. Nature's Prophet's ultimate, Venomancer, Poison Nova, Luna, Eclipse. It is so much damage that can go through at the same time, but they're just not getting it together. That's a damn shame indeed. As with 1,500 gold up on the Magnus, let's see if we can find some more new items. Who swapped Magnus? Luna stun, and there he goes, and that's gonna be a kill. A Massacre not gonna be able to survive that Laguna Blade, even though it still tried to skewer. He actually died right there after the skewer, but yeah, he wasn't able to stay alive. And I mean, even if it was Would he be getting up a good reverse polarity? Only, well, we'll never know. We'll also never know when, what Hakon could have done in the next fight to come, because he just died as well. The buyback was there from Massacre, though. He wants to be in this next fight. He wants to be able to get a good reverse polarity up, but the Poison Nova is no longer there. As Hakon is, of course, has got no buyback, or does he? He actually does. He actually does. Could be here. Tower gets picked up. Lone Druid again picking up the gold as if he didn't have enough. Has got his Assault Cuirass ready.
Dire's structures are fortified.
So we have got Stark just TPing mid now, even though everybody of Mouse Sports already backed off.
Double damage.
Double damage. Let's see if we can find some new items. We're gonna find some new items. We have Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet, who is, I mean, he has got his Hand of Midas. He has been okay with farm, but he doesn't have as much farm as you would expect a Nature's Prophet Hand of Midas to have. He's got his ultimate orb to go for a sheep stick or something like that, but it is not as much as you might expect it to be. We do have, of course, the Lone Druid, who is as high as you would expect him to be at the safe lane he's been given. He is actually way high on top of that net worth list, as you can see. And if you look at gold per minute, he is still climbing and he is still getting ahead from that. And 3 heroes in the top 5 for Mouse Sports, with only 2 there for eL'Pride, and one of those is, of course, the Nature's Prophet, who doesn't have that big of an impact on the game, or at least not on the team fights, I should say. Hasn't had. But then the same goes for Massacre, who wasn't there in the previous fight. But let's see if they can find themselves another team fight. What we see now is just eL'Pride realizing, okay, you know what, our team fight, we need more damage, we need more coordination, we need to know where everything is. So they have tried maybe to ward up something. This board is almost going to disappear. But what we see from Mouse Sports is the opposite. They want it, or at least the opposite. eL'Pride doesn't want a team fight just yet. They feel like they should farm some. Mouse Sports thinks, okay, we've farmed enough, we're ready for team fights. As long as we keep winning those, we're okay with that. And they're going to go for the tier 2 tower. This is the last one that is still standing on the map, but now it is no longer standing on the map, so, or on the map on the side of eL'Pride, of course. So the last tier 2 tower of eL'Pride drops, and now it is the hard part for Mouse Sports. Now they're supposed to be pushing up to the tier 3. The one thing that you can do, of course, with the Lone Druid is just send your bear up and let him hit the tower, and if he dies, just resummon him, and do that every time you have a free resummon open. But for now, we're not going to see them try and do it. We have got also Mouse Sports having that control, wanting that control. It is in the Radiant Jungle, and even so, they still had one here, of course, as well, but that one just disappeared. They just placed one there, so they have got the control of the map. With this one, just placed the new 4 wards on the map for Mouse Sports, and now no longer any wards up on the map for eL'Pride, for Lion's Pride. And they need those wards. They need to know where everybody is. They need to know when they can try to go for a team fight that they're in favor of. Because picking off heroes alone with the Nature's Prophet is not going to work. Picking off heroes alone with the Brewmaster is not going to work. They need their team. Only Luna would be able to pick someone off solo, and Luna is also the one that needs to go for that farm. Needs to get that farm from the Ancient, from the creeps, and doesn't have time to go around trying to hunt for people, trying to hunt for kills. If they come her way freely, then sure, but other than that, no. Not gonna happen. 1500 gold on Magnus right now, as we see for Mouse Sports. 3 in this middle lane. Lone Druid still farming. 1500 gold up on him. Where is his bear? In the base. Bear is healing up. He's got himself a Maelstrom, so that will be a Mjolnir fairly soon. As we have got, I mean, his Aegis is already, actually it's already gone. Because I was going to say it's almost disappearing, but this is already 6 minutes gone. 4 minutes until there's another Roshan. Maybe we're going to see Mouse Sports waiting for that Roshan and then take down Roshan, get the Aegis, and try to push into the tier 3 with that. Just give himself a bit of a margin of error, just in case. And give, of course, the Roshan to, or the Aegis, I should say, to black. Because then, if you can send your bear up on the tower, of course, and you send yourself as well, then you can actually die. Your bear will still be able to hit the tower. We'll see if they're gonna indeed do that as well. They are in favor of this game so far. It's 5k gold in favor of Mouse Sports, and of course we know 30 minutes in, 5k is really not that much. Experience graph tells the tale a bit differently. We have seen them winning team fight upon team fight, and it is now a bit more in favor again for eL'Pride, or at least, you know, it went from 10k to 8k in favor for Mouse, but it's still going in favor of Mouse, and they're gonna swap, and it's Android, and he has got no chance of surviving there. No chance whatsoever. Quick kill being done. And this might be the start for mouz to actually go into the tier 3 without needing to have a Aegis. Even though they need to defend this, TP is gonna come in. Luna is gonna be having a tough time, especially if she's not gonna be able to get away here soon enough. And there's the BKB and the TP out. Should be okay, should be fine. Did waste a TP, or sorry, no, she did not waste a TP. She did waste a BKB charge on that, though. If she backed up earlier, she might be able to stay alive. At least to make sure that the kill on the Nature's Prophet wasn't any indication for mousesports to go on to bash on tier 3 towers, even though they might still be planning to do that, as mousesports just rotating mid with also the heroes that TP'd there, Fada and Alex, on the way to join the rest of their team. Black will just send his bear up to get some more creeps, but they're here, all 5, and they want to go for this. Venomous Ward's trying to slow it down. We have got a TP in the meantime from the Nature's Prophet to try and push down the tier bottom to the bottom top. Losing beam going off, swap going off, Luna, melt damage, vacuum, no BKB, and she is dead! That is a dead Luna. Has she got buyback? She should have buyback. She does have buyback, but she needs it soon also. There she goes. Tower in the meantime, all free damage being done. That's the bear going down, but like I said, the bear can be resummoned, and they'll now back off. And that's going to be a new bear right there. Inmate now wanting to take something on the back of this one, on the back of his escape. There is the clap and the split. Kuroki standing there stunned. Will still land as the Luna Massacre who goes down. Eclipse going through. But is still going to be able to stay alive. It is the Luna that drops. It is Fada that's dominating. Double kill for Black. Also buyback from the Brewmaster. Buyback from Massacre as well on his Magnus. And there is the reverse polarity hitting on 2. But Massacre, no one to follow up on that one. That was just a desperate last move for him as he just bought back. What was he thinking? He just bought back, then blinked in reverse polarity and died. He blinked in to die, hoping that his ulti would do more. Swap going in. They found Inmate. Inmate, who just already used his split. He goes down again also after buying back. No more buyback for him. Luna also, well, buyback on cooldown for her, because we saw her buying back earlier already when their tower was under attack. In the meantime, Nature's Prophet trying to do what he can. He wasn't in the fight at all. He is just trying to bash on the tier 3 tower, but if he thinks he can outpush mousesports, well, then he is having the wrong team. Although, having said that, of course, he can also not do anything against mousesports right now if he would be in his base, and that's why eL'Pride calls a GG. mousesports take the game. That means they have still got a chance to go to the Kiev Cyber Arena offline finals the 20th until the 23rd of December this year, this month even. We're gonna see if they can continue this streak, though. They have to win all their last 4 games. 2 of those are today, and 2 of those are right after each other. So this was number 1. We're gonna have number 2 straight after this one. It's gonna be up against 3D Max. 3D Max, who also has got some good results in StarLadder so far, as we see them standing in the top 10. They were on par with eL'Pride based on levels and points and amounts of games played. And we're gonna see, can they take another game? Stick around if you want to watch that, because I know you do. We want to know which 4 teams are going to be going to the Cyber Arena. We don't know for sure yet if mousesports will go after today. We will know if Virtus Pro will go after today, because today is their last day of games for Virtus Pro. They have just played against Illuminate. Not sure if they won, but I'm gonna assume they did. Oh my god, I'm a biased caster. Anyway, let's jump ourselves out of this game and get ourselves into the next mouse game up against 3D Max. Stick around.